Hi guys, this is Jackie Tomlin. I know I've been promising you guys a video about me, and it's just been finding the time to be able to do so. And I want to start out saying that this is probably going to be one of those winded videos that I despise. So with that said, if you'll look at the bottom of the video, there's a black arrow on the right hand side that will give you information about that video, and I will be posting a time hop. So if you want to skip around in different categories, you can. So we're going to start with a little bit about me. I do work full-time as a psychic. Most of you will notice you have not seen me use that word in quite a while, and I'm going to explain all that later on in this video. I am a clairvoyant, which means clear seeing. So if you contact me for a reading, unlike my weekly videos that I post for the horoscope signs, you won't see that I use cards. They're completely clairvoyant readings. I am very fluent with the tarot, known for offering tarot card workshops. This is something that I will be bringing to YouTube probably the first of the year, as well as some other services. Started working as a psychic part-time in the year 2001 for a service, and took it to a full-time level with my own business in 2006. So yes, I'm 10 years out as far as being out on my own. Where did the abilities come from? They come from my mother's side of the family, tracking it back to 4 generations. And let's see, what else do you need to know about me? I have a local meetup group, Central Virginia Psychic Development and Paranormal Research. Also spun off a paranormal team and seen a lot of success at CVAPI, Central Virginia Paranormal Investigations, as well as I am a published author. Where do my beliefs stand? My beliefs are in God and in angels. Now, I have many friends, many clients from all walks of life, all varying religions. Just operate simply that I don't force my beliefs on you, so please don't force your beliefs on me. Readings are kind of like what you see on my videos, not quite as quick. Very blunt, very to the point. I have no desire to sugarcoat anything for you because it doesn't benefit me, and it certainly does not benefit you. Matter of fact, I can say that some of my highest retention in clients of 10 years plus has been for the fact that I probably told them something they didn't want to hear. Like I said, it's no benefit in me telling you what you want to hear. I'm going to tell you exactly how I see it, and then we can look at, if things were to change or how you could change that. I do offer mediumship readings. I don't advertise for them. I do them on a need-be basis. And what do I mean by need-be basis? I mean, I'm not going to tap into someone that has passed just for the sake of saying hello or to see how they're doing. I'm going to do this for those of you that are waiting on autopsy reports. Those of you that had just an unexpected tragedy and need answers. That's what those are used for. Those are set by appointment only. They can be rather lengthy as well as emotional. So, you can always contact me. Don't feel that you can't. Okay, and we're going to go on to a little bit about YouTube. I took to YouTube for a recommendation of a friend of mine a while back. Her name is Jamel, and it didn't really take off, but I'm a little new to YouTube and trying to get things out there, things to see how things work. This come up to some controversy that I'll get into later on. I am very grateful and very blessed for it that I even established a following on YouTube. I do recognize that some of you can't always afford readings. I do make sure that you see me shuffle so that you know that you're getting the real thing. They are short, simple, and sweet. They will remain that way. I've gotten to the point of the habit of doing them, and I enjoy doing them. I'm also very grateful for the followers I've picked up over there. And I really appreciate it when you leave me comments. It's a new social network for me, so it's the only way I can get to know you is by you commenting those videos. And I'm starting to see some of you, regular out there. So I really appreciate that. And I know that you've been operating on very limited knowledge about me as a person or my abilities or anything like that. And I hate long-winded videos. So they are just very short, simple, sweet, and they're going to remain that way. And yeah, sometimes they're not always pretty. I mean, you may have a sign that there may be a hiccup in the road. I'm going to let you know that. People, that's life. You know, that's just the way it rolls. But I'm also here to tell you what you need to know and what you need to know is coming up. It is a struggle for me to budget the time on those videos. I've been trying to get them up on Wednesdays. Usually it runs Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, somewhere in that week. I will get those weekly videos up and your weekend videos, so just bear with me. I am getting them done. Now, as crazy as this may sound, I want to discuss with you what is known as the Fortune Teller Ordinance. And this ordinance, believe it or not, is nationwide. It looks like all states have it except for one. There's one state that I know of that is just psychic services is plain out illegal for money. So I don't know how that works. And like I said, to my knowledge, there's only the one state. But it is a nationwide ordinance. It come out, you know, way back in the day. It does apply to different states. It applies to the different locales in different states. And it is across Virginia. Let me give you an example. I'm going to read directly to you what our fortune teller ordinance is here in my locale. Fortune teller means any person or establishment engaged in the occupation of occult sciences, including a fortune teller, palmist, astrologist, numerologist, clairvoyant, craniologist, card reader, spiritual reader, tea leaf reader, prophet, psychic, or advisor, or who in other manner claims or pretends to tell fortunes or claims or pretends to disclose mental facilities of individuals for any form of compensation. Now, with that said, what all does that mean? It means if you're operating as a psychic, a medium, an intuitive, anything like that, you really need to check for this fortune teller ordinance in your area. Same with paranormal teams. Paranormal teams are generally free, but if you're charging for events, it's going to apply to the fortune teller ordinance. Looking online and researching this, I see a lot of psychics across the country fighting this ordinance. And there are a lot of things I think is steps on the beliefs. I don't believe that a spiritual advisor is considered occult services. I don't consider an astrologist to be considered an occult services. But bottom line is, versus fighting these ordinances, I would like to invite you to participate in them. And I'll get to that in a little bit. Have had a business license since 2006. At the time I obtained my business license through my county, I was informed, I knew I was the only psychic working as a home-based business. Okay, I did not find out till this year that I was the only licensed psychic in this county. Therefore, the county had classified me under general business services, which with that application specifically stated psychic and tarot card reader with a web-based business. So I've never been outside of the law. And what has happened is we have a chronic complainer, I'm going to call it, on my business, which with several county meetings we decided to move forward with the fortune teller ordinance for several different reasons. So please, check your area for this ordinance. In order to use the words psychic, medium, intuitive, clairvoyant, anything like that, you have to have fortune teller actually printed on your business license. And for this area, I can tell you it took several months. It took many meetings, 3 public meetings, 2 of which were televised. And of course, this complainer did not come forward. Now, with that said, the same way you can't complain or file false charges with a police department, you cannot continue to file false claims on a business. So I'm not really sure why this individual felt that they knew more than I did or what the county did, but that's the way it went down. Let's see. I don't support a lot of the ordinance. I'm going to discuss some psychic scams with you guys because in a way I feel like they kind of give me a permit to do exactly what I advocate against. So, but I do encourage you to look into this ordinance because it is nationwide. It is in every state. And some locales have abolished it. I know in Virginia, the majority of them have not. I'm also approached from psychics on this ordinance. Okay. Do I feel that it's discrimination? Not really. And I want to explain why. 80%, if not higher, this is a shady business. Okay. Bottom line. The scams are out there. They're horrendous. They're not reporting federal, state, local taxes. They're not reporting the income. People are being scammed out of a lot of money. So I can see where the ordinance came about. In my particular location, this ordinance was adopted in 1940. And I'm the first one to obtain it. So I'm fine with that. Now, it also includes a separate permit on a criminal background check. And I see a lot of psychics across the country just raising the roof about this. Yeah, that's a little bit of discrimination, but let's go back to the fact that you are looking at an industry that is 80% shady. You have nothing to hide, move forward with it. I invite all of you to step up and do the same thing. And I say this because if you want to see this ordinance changed, participate in it. Don't fight it, just participate in it. And that way you can change at your local level, your state level, or whatever you need to do. I can also say this. If you are caught operating without that ordinance and using those words, psychic, spiritual advisor, clairvoyant, intuitive, etc., you can be charged with a Class 1 misdemeanor, which carries a $2,500 fine or 12 months in jail. So this is something I do encourage that everyone check into. Okay, now with that said, I want to talk a little bit about other psychics. I am too busy to turn you in. I don't care what you do with your business, okay? I would love to see all of you step up, participate in this level. Have your ordinances, have your business license. Make sure it says fortune teller on your business license. Of course, be compliant with your local, federal, state taxes, things like that. And just from a personal standpoint, highly recommend a CPA, a certified personal accountant, and make sure that is not a bookkeeper. You're looking for an actual CPA in your state. And like I said, the more people that step up to this, the more we can take the industry back and cause change. But there's so many of y'all out there that are not doing it. If there's anything I can assist you with, and you know, I can tell you in your area, start with your planning and zoning department. I can also tell you it's going to take months and it's going to take a lot of money, but it'll be well worth it in the end. I do want to go a little bit further with psychic scams. This is something I'm very adamant about. It's something I'm very much against. You will also find a link to some of these common scams on my website, but I want to give you an example of what I'm hearing from people, and this is just recently, okay? When you report to me that you've paid a psychic $15,000 for a love spell that didn't work, $2,500 for light work, $600 for what you want. If you don't pay the $600 for energy work, then what you want is not going to come to pass. Things like this, okay? $300 for a bar soap. It goes on, and I've heard this all through the years. I have one lady here at the local level. She's passed away now, but $180,000. Her entire retirement went to 2 well-known psychics in the U.S. and several overseas. And like I said, I will not take the time to turn anyone in. I've got too much on my plate and too much to do. But if a client contacts me for a reading and they share this story with me, please understand, I am going to take the time out of my day to tell them how to turn them in at the local, state, and federal level. This is why the industry has such a horrendous name to it. And this is why I'm inviting everybody to step up, to make a legitimate business. But please take the time to visit that link on my website so you have an understanding of what I'm talking about. I want to discuss with you a little bit about the services that I offer. Of course, like I said, all my readings are clairvoyant. I do not use cards unless you request them. You can always request that. But also, don't give me your date of birth or any other psychic out there. I work very well on first names only, and I say that be cautious of giving out your date of birth because it's very easy for us to hone in onto your zodiac sign and tap into something that would just generally apply to that sign and not specifically to you. Psychic readings should be very uplifting. Okay, it should give you some insight on what is to come, what obstacles are in the road, if things are all a go, things like that. They should never put fear in you. So remember that as you're moving forward. And like I said, medium readings, those are on appointments only. Psychic readings, appointments are not necessary, but they are preferred. I do understand that my website is a little confusing right now, but there is a live calendar over there to show you when I'm available. So please check that out. Best times to reach me are between 1 p.m. and 1 a.m. Eastern. Free email follow-up to everyone that pays for a reading. And I do that because I've had readings myself, and then a day later I'll say, I wish I'd asked this, or I wish I'd asked that. This always gives you the out to that, so you don't have to come back and pay for another reading. If time allows, I recommend to everyone that you end your reading with what you need to know, because what you need to know can be completely different in your line of questioning. And you will soon see my website change over. I'm going to say, I don't know if it'll be here in the month of November, but it will be in December to reflect everything that I offer. Some services that I have offered in the past that I will be bringing back are the tarot card workshops. Not only will I be bringing them to the local level, I will be bringing them to as a pay-per-view on YouTube, as well as I do sessions on psychic abilities and developing your psychic abilities. I'll be bringing those services back too. For those of you that know me well, know that I am a Reiki master, and it is something I believe in and I live by, and it took me a very, very, very long time to come up with a course that it could be taught at a distant level. And that is something that it's something I use. I mean, I can't say it on a weekly basis. I probably pretty much on a daily basis, but it has played a very big role in my life, and if something that you want to discuss with me, please feel free to do so. The paranormal, it's always been a passion for me. It is something that I'm going to say from a little girl on up. It's been something that's just fascinated with me. When I spun off the meetup group of Central Virginia Psychic Development and Paranormal Research, I had no idea that people at the local level would contact me for actual paranormal investigations. This is what spun off CVAPI, which would give you a private group with the equipment to come into your home or your business. Could have started, my mom always said it started with the my obsession with Scooby-Doo, so who knows. Other services that I don't charge for. My mother inspired the horoscopes that post on my website every month, and she passed away in 2013, so they're dedicated to her memory. And it began with, can you just give me a general for the month and she was a Gemini. And sure. And then it was, well, I have 2 roommates, I want theirs. And then I have 2 coworkers and I want theirs. And the next thing you know, you're doing half of the zodiac sign when she says, why don't you just do these every month and publish them on your website? So I did. Also, with the videos, where this kind of inspired from, you'll notice I offer the service of a weekly forecast. And I've only got a couple of openings I'm going to take on that because I don't want to tie up my whole weekend with these. But every week, I do a quick shuffle and look and see what's coming up for me. And it was my mom that suggested that I put that out there as a service for other people as well. And those of those subscribed seem to love it. So something you may want to check out as well. The other thing I want to make mention of is media. I do have a lot of media appearances, some which were filmed a few years ago that are still running today. And one of those shows is Demon Exorcist with the family. It originally aired on Animal Planet. It's now airing on Destination America. Haunting, it was season 7 premiere. It was called Demon's Revenge. That is still airing. Destination America, I know it's been on TLC a couple times, and that show is eventually moving to TLC. I do enjoy your comments on these. I will straight out tell you I'm not happy with how Demon Exorcist aired. Neither is the family, but they did a great job on A Haunting, and I'll let you know that both of those families are doing well. And this goes back to what I'm talking to you about, your licensing and stuff like that. Whether you're on social media, whether you have a website or whatever, you do not want to put yourself out there without the proper licensing in place. The other thing I want to warn about, because it did happen to me, and it's called identity theft. And let's face it, guys, you're always, if you do something, you do something well. And it's in any industry, not just the psychic industry, you're going to have your haters surface. It has been a complete mess for me. It has been something that has been under investigation for well over a year now. Some of this will be closed out in 2016. Unfortunately, some of this is going to run into 2017. So, just be aware of what you're doing, social media-wise, media-wise, things of that nature, because you're really putting yourself out there and opening up to new things. Honestly, this hasn't been a bad thing, because I really feel through the process and through the months of all this investigation, and slowly things are coming out, and slowly I'm learning things, it's actually leading me to something bigger and better, so I'm pretty good with that. Now, there are a couple of different ways that you could help me out. First of all, my book, Twist of Events. It's available for order on Amazon, Books A Million, and Barnes & Noble. And I am really listening to your input on this as I move forward with the sequel, especially over the winter months. I love spending my winter months writing. I was kind of surprised at everybody's reaction on one particular character. So that was pretty interesting. I'm listening to you guys on this. I am revamping that book this winter. There are going to be a lot of changes coming up. I'm even considering changing the title of it. So for those of you that read it, please, please, please contact me on your feedback. I know currently it's available on Kindle for just 99¢, and I could really use your feedback on what you think and what you liked and what can be worked on. Second is my business. There is a GoFundMe set up on this as I prepare for 2017. In addition to the identity theft, the business is taking a hit being compliant with the county and this ordinance. And for those of you that watch my weekly videos, you have no idea what a source of controversy that was and how it took for me to do those videos without mentioning the word psychic, reading, or anything else. So I am going to keep those videos coming, but I could use your help. I've had a big setback, 10 months of no advertising this year till all the ordinances were in place, and we're moving forward pretty flawlessly at this point. So anything you can do to help, I greatly appreciate it. I'll put that link below this video. So I have a lot of friends that will always message me and want to know what I'm up to. Let me start with saying, as I wrap up this stuff with the identity theft, do I think the identity theft is connected with the person that complained on my business? I don't know, nor is it my job to connect those dots. I just know as the months go on, more comes forward. Always, what am I up to? And I get this a lot because they rerun a lot of things that were filmed a lot of years ago. So yes, you were hearing it from me. 2017, I am up to a lot. One of those projects I will be bringing here to YouTube. Just stay tuned. Follow me on YouTube. Follow me on my blogs, Facebook, whatnot. I will keep you posted on what all I am working on. I am very, very thankful and blessed for the family and friends that have been with me over the last, let's say, 16 months of getting everything done and accomplished leading up to better things for 17. And for the new guys that are coming in and those that are just trusting me and knowing very little about me. I mean, y'all have just been absolutely amazing. I will continue with the videos. They are the weekly videos for each horoscope sign. They're just broad general readings for everyone. I think they're a lot of fun. I think people appreciate them. I certainly appreciate those that will take that time to like, share, and subscribe. And you guys have been awesome. I really thought with doing videos that didn't mention psychic reading or anything along that line and you not knowing anything about me, the fact that I established a following at all completely surprised me. So bottom line, all the ordinances are in place. Websites will soon change over, definitely before the end of the year. I don't know if it'll be November or December, but everything will change over. And the end result is the psychic is back. Thank you for watching, guys, and I'll see you in a few days. Bye.